The movie Tron-Ares opens up showing us a series of broadcasts about two companies run by Dillinger and Eve, the two tech giants' rivalries, as it continues. Julian owning Dillinger's system, while Eve owns NCOM. It turns out Julian used programmed codes to bring Aries to life as he appears to him in the visual world as a large mask, declaring Aries as the master control and defender of the grid, also called the digital universe. Eve hungers for the Permanence code to continue the kind work of her deceased sister who intends on using it to develop cures for disease, create an everlasting agricultural solutions to stop world hunger. All this just for humanity benefit, as she and Seth reaches Alaska, where Kelvin Flynn put up years ago, hoping something there lies the Permanence code that breaks the 29 limits barrier. In the meantime, Julian gives his presentation as he uses a 3D printing laser to bring Aries from the digital world to the real world. After they all had gone, Aries' time gets up as he disintegrates into pixelated ash, forcing Julian to desperately hunger for the Permanence code to enable his invention last longer in the real world. It turns out Julian plans on hacking into NCOM, though his mom tries to talk him out of this madness, but wouldn't listen as he sends a cyber attack from his grid to their mainframe. But as they penetrates in, it sends a distress signals to the company. In a way, Aries downloads all her personal file on him, but gets more interested in Eve's talk on how life is a bit bitter and sweet before they try evacuating the area. In the middle of the fight, a guy gets injured, but Aries develops a compassionate feeling to help. Seeing this, Julian activates the payload deploy, causing a massive explosion. However, Aries began having doubt about his programs, if disobeying his creator is the right thing to do or not, though, as it later, Eve managed to find an identity disk that is shown to contain the Permanence code, which looks exactly like a double helix. Without any delay, Eve transfers an orange tree from the digital universe to the real world, beating the 29 minutes limit barrier as well. However, she and Seth intends heading back to NCOM before Ajay calls, informing her about the sudden hack by Julian Dillinger, but cuts in, as Eve tells him she has the Permanence code now, as it performs far better than 29 minutes. At the same time, Aries runs through Eve's memories where Julian sees she now has the Permanence code. Come what may, as Eve and Seth split, but gets chased by Julian's advanced artificial intelligence programs on their incredible bikes to retrieve the Permanence code. Eve notices the ambush as tries cutting corners, but Athena gains up on her, creating light circle sequence that acts as an obstruction. While at the dazzling chase, both of them crashed where Eve ends up in the recycle bin while Athena struggles to get up. However, Eve runs to a dead end where she dismantles the hard drive, tossing it into the water before Aries comes demanding for the drive. It turns out his 29 minutes is up as Julian sent backup, sucking her up into a gun. His mom seems disappointed in the damage he caused the city as he quotes, "All will be forgiven when the world sees what he has to create." It seems it's time for her to be executed as they bring her to their grid to extract the Permanence code, but Aries suggests he pleads with his master, although Julian doesn't seem to care about her as he orders them to continue the process. Although Aries goes against his program as he dismisses the rest, asking Eve if she can trust him, but at the same time, Athena goes to report she's noticing signs of malfunctions in Aries, but Julian gives her new command to eliminate both of them and retrieve the code back to him. Aries sensed this would happen as he escaped through the water, using a nice waterproof bike to make their escape. During the hard chase, Aries changes his mind that he wants the Permanence code for himself, so he can live freely without disintegrating. On their way, Aries let her know he went through her files where he sees her sister, but Eve tells him being human is hard, and the things that makes it great are the same thing that makes it minor, like death, proceeding to tell Aries that he can get the code without executing her through Flynn, who's trapped inside his own server before Athena arrives. Aries decides to protect Eve as he goes to face Athena, but Eve transports Aries into the Flynn server with a laser where he sees Kelvin Flynn, the creator of the code, who wants to know why he wants the Permanence code, while Eve runs to safety, but Athena follows. When she was about to make the kill, water used for fire emergencies springs on Athena as she breaks down into ash. When she gets programmed again, she disobeys her master, even go as far as killing his mother because she tries to shut down the company. Now everything is falling apart as she returns to Eve with a mighty jet. Yet Eve understands what's going on as she buys them time to hack into Dillinger's mainframe. Meanwhile, Flynn notices traces of human feelings in Aries as he hands him the code before transporting him back to the real world with a new look. Aries saw Eve's in danger as he faces Athena, but just about to end Athena, the crew managed to shut down Dillinger's system, turning Athena to ash for good. In a way, Julian knew it was game over for him as he spots the police, resetting the laser to digitize himself. At the end, Aries exists in the real world where he writes a letter to Eve. I'm guessing you enjoyed the movie. Well, do the honors by subscribing to this channel for more of this. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.